Ladies and gentlemen, today is October 7th, 2013, and this is the KNKL EMMA stream daily number 100, right? I think it's 100. 100 twice in a row, how about that? And I'm thinking about combining the shows into one. I think we're just going to be going on up from here, just 100 all the way up to 200, no more longer separating the show, which is on Tuesdays, from the rest of the dailies. But, yeah, that's still to be resolved. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Lovely Lane because today we're going to be working on Emma-san! And, as usual, I like to go through here and make sure that I show all of the awesome fan art that you guys have been submitting to the comic. Thank you to each and every person, every lovely, handsome, beautiful person who has been submitting their artwork. And for those of you who have yet to submit your fan art, please consider doing so because it makes my day every time. It brings a tear to my eye. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the comic. Alright, so as you saw last time we were working, last Monday, we were working on this panel right here. We're going to be finishing the lighting on this one, as well as putting some colors on this one. And yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing today. Okay, and I'm probably going to lay in some titles here. I wanted to put some titles here. Originally I was going to say illustrated by Keenan Lafferty, but now that I have some amazing talented people helping me out with the illustrations in this comic, I'm going to put their names in there too. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it. Right? That's enough talking. Enough talking. Shut up and draw. Right? Alright, so let's get into this. Where are we going to start? What are we going to start with first? Okay, so one thing I want to show you guys is, again, I've been working with these things called gradient maps, which is basically all I have to do is paint in gray, right? And then I slap a gradient map over top of it and it automatically colors everything. And then I add in all my extra colors, such as the ground here. You'll notice I put in like these oranges and yellows. Okay? And that gives us a nice rounded out color palette for our panel, and it makes us very happy. So now all we have left to do is shading. Shading, shading, shading. So let's go ahead and get into that, shall we? So, let's see. I think I grabbed a panel from the other comic, the other part of the comic, because it had some of the shading already done. And when we can cheat and just do stuff like that, I like to because it saves time. It saves lots of time. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, soft brush, come to us. And we're going to be having some heavy backlighting. Heavy backlighting happening in these panels here. So let's go ahead and get us some of that. Let's get some of that. Uh-oh. And that's why you lock the pixels. Alright, let's get some of that. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty spunky today. Got some interesting things happening. Interesting things are on the horizon that I can see. You know, we're moving towards in our journey. And we will be getting there very soon. But might be a little bit too early. Don't want to jump the gun. Don't want to jump the gun and say some things that might not actually be happening. So, I'm going to shut up. And we'll wait for the time. We will wait for the time to come to pass. Alright, let's give us some, let's give ourselves a little bit of ambient lighting. Ooh. How lovely. How lovely is that? A little bit of blue on there. Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's really, really good. And let's put in a cast shadow there. Again, another reason why I love the soft brush. It is so versatile. You can use it for anything. Anything under the sun it can be used for. Alright, so let's have a little bit of reflected light happening underneath here too. Must not forget about that. Yeah, let's put some shadows in here. Ooh, those are a little bit too saturated. Don't like it. But I've been trying to... Like, lately I've been noticing that I've been having a lot of, like, just anxiousness about the comic, right? Or, am I doing this right? Is this really, you know, what if it doesn't look good? And, you know, this is something that I tell you guys a lot of artists go through, and I go through it too. I think the best thing to understand is that really there was something that I thought of over the weekend, And I don't think I've done a Thoughtful Thursday on it. If I know I've said it before in a show. I can't remember which one it was. And it was draw like no one's watching. Make comics like no one's watching. Like, you're making this, I'm making this comic for myself. And I'm super excited that people enjoy it, people love it. But the comic is not for them. The comic is really just for me. It's for me to enjoy myself and have a good time. And I should really be drawing with that mentality, because when I do that, my best work comes out anyway. Does that make sense? Like, as much as I love what people think about the things that I do, I can't allow myself to become trapped by that and reliant on it, because then I become way too self-conscious about the things that I do, and it just ends up turning out like crap anyway, because I'm way too afraid of what everybody's going to think. And then nobody's happy. So, let's just go ahead and kick that right out the door right now, and get back to drawing like no one's watching. But yeah, give that a shot and see if it works for you. Give that a shot and see if it works for you. Take on the mentality that nobody will ever see your work. Right? Take on that mentality. Do it for yourself. Because when you do that, I feel like only good things happen. I feel like as soon as you stop caring, it's almost like the law or the rule that once you stop trying to force things to happen, they just seem to fall into place. Things happen when you stop trying to force it. And I think that is the law that is in play when you're drawing like no one's watching. And dancing like no one's watching. I don't say that for nothing. Okay, liking that. That looks very good. Very simple. Very simple, very subtle. Okay, let's color in this wheel here. I'm really enjoying just like this grading of yellow to orange and pink. I think that looks really cool. Something about that looks very fun. Very fun. Now let's put some reflected light on this wheel. This wheel here. Feel the wheel. For those of you who play Skylanders, yes, I do play Skylanders. With my brother. Actually, I have my guy right here. Look, check him out. It's Wrecking Ball. He's my favorite guy. I only play one guy, and this is him. And I got the second edition, I guess, that has the tusks on it. And yeah, my old roommates got me into it a long time ago. And now I'm just addicted to it. I'm addicted to this one character, so I really like him. Wrecking Ball is my favorite. In fact, I had this idea. For a picture that I'm going to draw with him in it. And yeah, I'm going to do some fan art. Love doing fan art. That's another thing that I've been noticing. Like, the comic hasn't been coming out like as fast as I wanted to for a couple reasons. One is, okay, hang on, we gotta redo this thing. I just realized I painted over that thing. Shoot! Shoot on me! Okay. That's why you lock the pixels. I've been doing some really awesome fan art, right? Because I'm super excited about Yordles, and I wanted to draw a super awesome fan art of Poppy, right? Because the whole time I was working at Riot, I was like, man, Poppy just has the potential to be the coolest character in this game, and just because she's kind of designed a little creepily, like, nobody likes her, and I just felt like that was a big disservice to the awesomeness that is Poppy. So I did some fan art, made a post about it, and it got a lot of attention. So I was really happy about that. I was asking a question. I was like, who even cares about this champion anymore? Who still likes this champion? I think is what I called it. And got a lot of good response from it. Got some red posts in there and all that good stuff. And that was a lot of fun. But yeah, like I said, it's really easy for me to get caught up in just doing stuff for other people. Not that I feel like I did the Poppy one for myself, but Tristana, I felt like I was excited because I was like, oh, people like it, so maybe I'll do another one. And Tristana came out good too, but anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's another conversation for never. Today we're talking about Emma-san. Yeah, people are saying Poppy's getting played a lot more since that drawing. Coincidence? I'd like to think so. Alright, wow, that looks awesome. That looks really good. I like that wheel. I like that wheel. Let's go ahead and flip the canvas. Another thing I'm not really enjoying about the winter so far is because it's getting really cold here in Utah, and my lips are getting very chapped. They're getting chapped very easily, and that bothers me. That chaps my lips, among other things. All right, let's go back to this. Oh, we're gonna be doing some bloom today. Yay, gotta love some bloom. I loves me some bloom. Those of you who think I'm crazy, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. All right, next, let's take care of the suit. The suit turns kind of like this bright pink. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I'll make the guys' suits a little bit different. And usually what I like to do, I usually like to just mask the entire page, and then I'll like, here I'll show you. I like to mask the entire page, and then I like to go through and lock the pixels, and then I like to just like almost like color all of the guys at once. I like to color like say this guy's suit as well as Nico's suit, right? So it's really easy for me to just go boom, 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 just like go this panel, all the suits, this panel, all the suits, this panel, all the suits, and it just makes it really easy. But unfortunately, my process has been a little bit retarded, so I need to get back into that. Alright. That's okay. That's okay. We were past these things. Nice little cast shadow in there. Love it! Love myself some cast shadows. Yeah, so that's good. It's really good. So much flavor in these in the lights on these suits. Looks really good. Although I don't believe light would be hitting there. We'll probably just get a little bit. Well, maybe we can suspend our disbelief just for how clear it makes the picture. Why not? Actually, no. It could show up there because his elbow would be out. What was I thinking? Okay, there we go. Okay, next. Let's move on to the accent. In fact, I'm just going to move this thing up. There we go. Bloom, that's what I'm talking about. See how the radiating light comes from the bulb of the bike? That's what we're going to be throwing on there. And I'll show you guys once again how to do that. I have shown it a couple times. But for those of you who may be tuning in and turning in for the first time, I'll show you how I do it. Okay, accent. I don't like that. Why does it look like straight up yellow? That's really weird. I don't like the way that's interacting with the rest of the pants. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah. Aha! Cool. Good. Oh, and I forgot his boots. Of course I would forget his boots. Let's go back. Take it back. Take it back, Brumac. Good. Good. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, that makes me want to go back to the bikes. Because what I just did there made me realize that there should also be light hitting over here. Should also be light hitting there. And, yeah, just there. Good. This thing has something wrong with it. Oh, this thing is spilling into it because of earlier. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's the ticket. Let's check that out. Let's flip that around to the other side. See how our piece is reading. In fact, I might just lighten the entire back end of this bike because I really want it to pop off the edge. Remember, we're working with values here. We're working with values. So if you lighten everything behind the wheel, not like that, like this, let's just lighten everything slightly behind the wheel. It helps to, like if you just squint your eyes and then you look between this one and that one. Actually, I kind of like the darker one because it almost makes this part of the wheel stick out more. So maybe I will leave it like that. I will leave it like that. Usually it doesn't work that way, but in this case I think it does. In this case, I dare say it does. Brilliant! Yeah, that looks really good. I'm very happy with that. Spin it around to the other side, and let's color Nico's shoulder, because if light is hitting that little fold in his sleeve there, then we need to make sure that it is also hitting his shoulder. Otherwise, it looks a little weird. It looks almost like it's glowing or something. Looks like his sleeve is glowing. I don't really like that. But then again, I'm just very picky. Very, very picky. Ah. Alright. Ah, yes. Much more like that. Much more like that. Okay. Someone saying something funny. Oh. They like how it just cuts off the rest of it, so it just says, touch me! And that can be very easily misconstrued. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Okay, what's up next? I still don't like how the accent looks on here. Let's fix that. Let's fix that, shall we? Grab this. Grab this. I think I want something more like that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't too hard. Was it? That wasn't so hard. Okay, a little bit of ambience happening right up in there. A little bit of shininess happening. Oh, a little bit of shininess happening there. And let's go ahead and move on to the back bike guy. Move on to this guy. Let's make sure he's nice and lit. Make sure he's nice and lit and he stands out from this bike in front. Also, I'm going to be coloring these lines because I want them to, I want to be sure that these things read separate from one another. When you have like multiple layers of bikes or just characters in general, it's really handy to go back in. In fact, we'll do this right now. It's really handy to go back in and take the lines that were so masterfully created on different layers, on separate layers, and use that to your advantage to help create more clarity in the picture. So we're going to lighten these lines that are behind this wheel ever so lightly. Ever so lightly. So we get something more like this. Like this. Oh, too much. Like this. Good. Good. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's put a little bit. It might be a little too much. Just a tad bit. And it's funny because it doesn't even have to be that big of a difference. I don't even know if you can see what I just did on there. But it barely lightens the lines. You'll probably be able to see it on this one. So I'll make this one a lot more noticeable. So yeah, I just go through and I actually just lighten these lines. And it helps push the characters in the back further back and brings the other ones further up. In fact, I'm almost thinking, now that I look at this other biker, I think he might be too bright. Let's just go ahead and darken him so he's like the rest of the back here. I like that. So just a little bit, yeah, just a little bit of light. A little bit of light on him, but I actually like the fact that he's silhouetted. It looks nicer. It looks much nicer. Yep. I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna call that very good. Kind of. Wait, let's... Yeah, I kind of like it, like, kind of pushed back even further. But shoot, that doesn't look as good with the wheel there. It's okay, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out together. Let's go ahead and just drop in a little bit more light here so we can bring that wheel out. I think that's all we needed. Let's flip it, get some fresh eyes on it, see how it looks. Always like to flip my canvas. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Wow, yeah, that looks cool. That looks really cool. Alright, so let's just go ahead and put a little bit of reflected light on this boot. That was one thing that I noticed that needs to be done here. Now, how long have we been going? About 20 minutes. Very good. Lucky for us. Where's the suit? Okay, there we go. Where's the suits? Yeah. I like it. I like it very much. I feel like there might be too much light on Nico's pants. There's way too much light. Let's fix that up. Let's put a little bit more of a cast shadow happening here, so it just kind of catches the edge of his pants there. Maybe a little bit of reflected light. Maybe that's all it needed. Maybe it just needs a reflected light as opposed to direct light. Yeah, you know, I like that more. Because it was just popping. It was popping out too much. You know what I mean? There's way too much contrast back there. It's supposed to be kind of dialed back. That way Emma kind of pops out and then Nico kind of complements. Yeah, much more like that. Cool. I'd say that's pretty dang good. Alright, let's go ahead and color in Nico's skin. Because he should have a little bit more reddish, a little bit of more red on his cheeks over here. Just a slight bit on his hands as well. And let's go ahead and light him. How did I light him here? There's probably not going to be any... There's not going to be any direct light, so let's just do our reflected light. Let's see. I'll probably just do something like this. Something simple. Yeah! There we go. See? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. It gets the job done. Gets the job done. Nico's leg vanishes behind the glass. Yes, it does. It does. It's a stylistic approach. Either that or it's tangenting perfectly with this other line that's going down. I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide on what you want that to be. Let's see. We need to have a little bit of reflected light on Emma. On Emma-san. So let's do that as well. I'm going to go for about 5 more minutes and then I'm going to open up question catapults. So ready your weapons. Ready your boulders to be launched over the castle walls. Okay. We need to take care of her dress. Her dress needs a little bit of light. Just a tad bit. Kind of like that. Good. And let's see, what else do we need? I feel like the light on Nico's collar could come forward a little bit. Maybe I'm being too picky. Yeah, I think I am. Alright, let's take care of the lighting on Nico's bike. I want a little bit of this pinkish light on his bike as well. I itch my nose in approval. Aha! Oh yeah. Cast shadow, baby. Look at that! Totally looks like I know what I'm doing. Ha! Booyah! Love it when it looks like I know what I'm doing. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Now let's go ahead and have a little bit of reflected light underneath the bike. The bike. Okay. And let's do the same thing with Emma. Emma's side cart thingy. A little bit of reflected light going on here. And of course I didn't mask it. Or of course I didn't lock the pixel. It aggravates me so. Should be a little alarm that goes off when you start painting without locking the pixels in this stage. Okay, yeah, that feels really good. Alright, let's paint the character's eyes, because as you know, characters' eyes are not actually black. They're very, very dark red. Very, very dark red. So much that you probably can't even tell, but we do what we must. Lovely! See? Just like that. That's the secret. Shh. Don't tell anybody. That's what makes my comics the best. It's just red eyes. Red eyes, yeah. Okay. Looks like there's quite a few things that I'm going to be kind of fixing up as we go through here. Oh, I didn't even do Nico's bandana. Holy crap, what was I thinking? We gotta at least do that. Ah! Good. Good. It just fills my heart with joy. Fills my heart with joy. Wow, that does look really good. Although, what the heck is happening with this thing here? Is that... Oh, it is. It is the lines. There's like some sort of little disturbance in the force. I must eradicate it. Alright, I think we took care of it. Yeah, some remnants of lines that used to be there. We need to get rid of those. Cool! I think that looks really nice. That looks really, really nice. It's coming together. And I'd like to paint Nico's goggles, yes. I'd like to paint them blue. Just a little bit. Maybe not that blue. Just a little bit. Okay, good. Good. In fact, maybe I should make them just a little bit more red so they stand out from the background. Same thing with this, guys. Cool! Alright guys, let's do the bloom, and in the meantime, I will invite you to cast your questions over the castle walls. And I'll send it back to you on a bed of rice. Okay? In the meantime, let's do some bloom. Bloomy woomy. Bloomy woomies. So to do that, we're going to go above and beyond everything. Even the lines, and we're going to make a new layer called bloom, and we're going to set it to hard light. Hard. light. People are asking, oh, the version I'm using of Photoshop, I'm using CS3. I'm using CS3. And apparently you can get CS2 from Adobe for free? I did not know that. I did not know that. So some more people are asking about if I had done any more work for Riot that has been released yet. No, not yet. Video game companies tend to work very much in advance, so it might be a little while before you see anything from me, or it might be coming up pretty soon. I don't know. I can't say for sure. All I know is, yeah, just keep your ears open and keep your eyes open. You'll know from me. I'll let you know for sure. Bloom! Bloom! Let's put some more bloom in there. Oh, too much bloom. Way too much bloom. That's just unacceptable amounts of bloom. That's a little... Whoa! We need soft brush. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And Steam is updating. That's really awesome. Thank you, Steam. Thank you, Steam. It's good of you to let me know. It's good of you to let me know. Appreciate that. Yeah, I like that. There you go. There's your bloom. There's your bloomage. And I think I gotta do something a little bit different with these lights. Yeah, the bloom on these lights is not... Whoa. Ooh, yeah, that was it. That was the ticket right there. In fact, I'll make this a new bloom layer. A new bloomin' layer. Let's use that orange. That orange looked great. Might be a little much. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to make the lights actually brighter. I think that's all I need to do. Let's go back to those lights. Red lights. Let's make you a little bit more yellow? No. A little more pink. I think that might be the ticket right there. Yeah, I do like that, but it just seems like it's too much. I'm gonna have to figure something out. Why is it doing that? It just needs to be more like that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's all it needed. It just needed to be a little bit more subtle. A little bit more subtle. Alrighty, peeps. Simon is saying he ran home to finish the show, or to watch the show. So thank you for sprinting all the way home. I hope you had a good exercise. But unfortunately, I'm answering the last question right now. And that is coming from Connor M. Can. He's asking, do you have plans to sell hard copies of the comic? And that is an absolute yes. I will be printing physical copies. I'm probably going to be doing a Kickstarter very soon to print issue 1. But I want to go back and kind of revisit a couple of the art assets, clean some things up, make sure it's a smooth flowing, clean, awesome comic for when it goes to print. And that will be going up on Kickstarter, and you guys are going to be able to get it for yourselves. So keep an eye out for that. That's coming up very soon. Until then, you guys take care of yourselves. Oh, yeah, by the way, hope you guys had a great weekend. Thanks again for joining me live on KNKL EMMA stream, Mondays. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, if you're on YouTube, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, take care.